do? Does it feel like the whole world is on top of you? The directions are gone. The wheels of your life are just rumbling on. Do you know what to say? Does it feel like the answers are all far away? Your spirit just broke. You laugh at the punchline but don't get the joke. And when this whole world is hard on you, you're trying to make sense of it all. You don't have to. And when it's all gone wrong, just try to keep calm and carry on. See, you're soldiering on. You put on your smile for the world and walk on. What else can you do? Well, it may be a mask, but it sure gets you through. And when this whole world is hard on you, you're trying to make sense of it all. You don't have to. And when it's all gone wrong, just try to keep calm and carry on. And when it's all gone wrong, just try to keep calm and carry on.
Okay, see if you can spot the find there. I'll try and help you. Yeah, can you see that? There you go. By the way, it wasn't eyes only. Oh god, look at that, how pretty. I was walking here with my metal detector and I had this signal. And oh god, that looks so beautiful. Could be gold. Onyx. Gold onyx pendant. Oh god. Look how mud it is. But I'll try and give it a good clean here. Tide's coming in very, very fast. That's a beauty. Look at that. It's a really, really stunning pendant. Maybe morning pendant, I don't know. Onyx. Fantastic, that made my day. There you go. coin here. Just there. Can't see a thing. Coin, or is that a token? Yeah, it does have some age to it. Let's see how fast there now. Anyway, I'll come back to that when I get home. Nice looking coin. What's that? Wow, it's 1894. Netherlands. Okay, nice. I don't think I've ever found one of these Dutch coins. 2.5 cent. Is that the Netherlands? Or yeah, I think I can read that, Netherlands. Maybe it's one of the colonies. Nice, I like that. earring. Yes, it is. Costume jewelry. Oh. Is that a hallmark there? It doesn't look like a gold ring, gold earring. I think I can see a hallmark there. Maybe it's my eyes playing the game. There is something there. No, I don't think it is. I'm afraid. Anyway, the gold color, or the yellow color, it looks gold, but really nice earring though. But I'll find out when I get home with that mark there. It might be just the maker's mark. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a hallmark for gold earring. So anyway, there you go. There you go. It's another offering. And I'm going to leave this one behind. Found that much there. Looks like a coin. Gonna be a coin. Find out. Don't think it's a coin. everyone, let's start the roundup with this drone. Unfortunately, the SD card wasn't there, so I was unable to get any film or any photographs or anything from that drone. And the ring that was sitting right next to it looks like a child's ring, and it's probably made of plastic. I don't think it's plastic, but it does look a bit like bone. But why would they make a bone ring designed to, for a child, if it's a child's ring? And the next one is a rather interesting. It looked a silver spoon, but I don't believe it's full silver. It might be silver plate, and it's in date. It could be 19th century. And maker's mark is Mappin & Webb, the letter D and the star, as you can see there, and the word on the other side, Nathals or Newthals. I couldn't actually find anything at all related to that name, and that is the Mappin & Webb in Oxford Street in the 19th century, one of their stores. This rather nice sign here has an address, has a number, has a name, but unfortunately I can't find any information related to that. High Power Limited. And the address, it says number 19 Hatfields SE1, which is a place in Southwark, in Southeast 1 London. There's a number there, number 63, but I couldn't really find any information related to these companies. So it could be late 19th century, early 20th century. If you have any information at all about the High Power Limited, please leave your comment. Next one, it's an operated machine token. It's not a coin as such. So it's an amusement machine token. They were widely used in the 1950s and all the way up to the late 1960s. The company was created by two gentlemen from southwest London in Battersea, and they named it with their initials, R and W. As a maker and major supplier of machines in the United Kingdom during the 1950s and 60s, the name popped up in almost every arcade, club, pub and coffee bar that had a slot machine or jukebox. In the early 1960s, to be precise 1963, that was an important year. The business was now estimated to be worth over £2 million. But unfortunately, the business ended in 1969. My next find is rather beautiful coin here from the Kingdom of the Netherlands. So another Dutch coin. I found one on my last video. But this one is later. They were issued in bronze between 1877 until 1959. They were also in circulation in the Suriname and Curacao. 2.5 cent, 1894. My next find, I believe it's an offering, a Brazilian offering, and it says Cabocla Iracema. Iracema means honey lips or lips with honey. She was an indigenous woman from the northeast of the country. Back in 1865, a well-known local writer wrote a book called Iracema. His name was José de Alencar, which tells a story of a Tabajara indigenous woman with a Portuguese colonist. a love story that ends, unfortunately, in tragedy. Irasema becomes pregnant. She gives birth to a baby son. The colonist returns to Europe. Irasema dies of sorrow, leaving her newborn son behind. Coming up next, although I haven't filmed this find here because it was rolled up quite tightly, but when I came home I decided to clean it, and then I noticed it was a silver label with a hallmark, and with the hallmark I could identify the when it was actually made, so it has the maker's mark there and the date, and I believe it might have been part of a walking stick, so the label that goes around the stick. And my next find, I keep finding these earrings which are not gold or silver, but you never know sometimes, so you need to actually keep them and bring them home. This particular one has a maker's mark there, J. Crew, and so it's a costume earring. It looks quite promising when you find this type of jewelry in the mud, so it could be gold, you never know, so you have to keep them and bring them home. So there you are, J. Crew, and it's a very nice ring. And this next one, I think it's another offering to the Thames. And the next one, which is rather nice, it's a pendant with an onyx and gold around the gem, if it's a gem. I believe it's an onyx. And because it's onyx, it makes me think that it could be a mourning pendant, Victorian mourning pendant, because the gold design that goes, the frame that goes around the onyx, it reminds me of a Victorian style jewelry that I have found in the past. Whether it is low carat gold, I don't know. There are no hallmarks there. And I tried to clean to see if there was any marks or anything, but I couldn't see any hallmarks there. But it has that kind of feel to it that it could be 19th century. So it's probably a pendant worn by someone who had lost a family member or a dear friend. So a mourning pendant. And this next find really took me by surprise, although I had my high hopes that it could be a coin, but then I thought, it might not be a coin because it didn't actually give anything away when I found that. So I brought it home and then washed it and then cleaned it a bit, and then I started noticing some details. Initially, as you can see there is a layer of what looks like gold or silver, and which sometimes it could be forgery, counterfeit coin. Sometimes they do have that layer of either gold or silver. And then when I was doing a bit of research, I noticed that there was a D and J on the one side of the coin, as you can see there. The D and J in coins is an inscription for Dei Gratia, by the grace of God. That indicated that it was a coin. And then I start asking which coin that could be. So maybe a sovereign, gold sovereign coin. And then I noticed there are some other letters there on the left-hand side, BR, but I couldn't link that to anything which a sovereign, gold sovereign coin would have. And then I thought maybe it could be a silver crown, because on the reverse, there appears to be St. George and the dragon there. And there is a line below St. George and the dragon, which the sovereign coin would have, and also the crown coin also would have. And also it appears to me that someone has tried to damage this coin by hitting that with something. So in other words, my gut feeling is that this could be a forgery, a counterfeit coin, or either a gold sovereign. Can you see that the color, which looks very yellowish, but sometimes silver can, or counterfeit silver can actually give that tone of goldish color as well. So if it's not a gold sovereign, it could be a silver crown. Now, in terms of the portrait, either one of the Georges or Victoria or even Elizabeth II, I'm not quite sure because there isn't anything else there that would actually tell me, although I can see letters there, but I couldn't actually tell whether that would be, for instance, Queen Victoria or George III or any other of the Georges. But what is clear there is the D and G for Dei Gratia. So it is definitely a coin forgery in my view. So if you have comments about that, if you can see things that I can't see there, maybe you can comment below, and then that would probably help me to go back to it and then see what else I can find. But anyway, it's a good find. I'm quite pleased with that. So another one of those that, you know, if you're uncertain when you find something, you know, just bring it home until you actually clean it properly. Can you see the golden color there? It does look goldish, or forgery gold. But anyway, it's probably something that I will never find out. At least now I know it is a coin, a forgery, a counterfeit coin. And most probably someone tried to damage it because realized the mistake they made by receiving a forgery coin by change, possibly. Anyway, a good find. See you next time.
Do you know what to do? Does it feel like the whole world is on top of you? The directions are gone, but the wheels of your life are just rumbling on. Do you know what to say? Does it feel like the answers are all far away and your spirit just broke? You laugh at the punchline but don't get the joke. And when this whole world is hard on you, you're trying to make sense of it all. You don't have to. And when it's all gone wrong, just try to keep calm and carry on. See, you're soldiering on. You put on your smile for the world and walk on. What else can you do? Well, it may be a mask, but it sure gets you through. And when this whole world is hard on you, you're trying to make sense of it all. You don't Just try to keep calm and carry on. And when it's all gone wrong, just try to keep calm and carry on.